Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we're going to be talking about the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith. And my question is, what is the 11th Doctor's most underrated story in your opinion? And there's several that can fall into this because the Moffat era is such a mixed bag, Matt Smith era and Peter Capaldi era. And there are several that I think you could put here. Crimson Horror comes to mind. I enjoyed that one. Bells of St. John, definitely a strong contender. I enjoy that one a lot. The Snowmen, even Asylum of the Daleks, for all of its flaws, and there are many for Asylum, I think doesn't quite get the credit it deserves. That may be just a more subjective thing. I like aspects of that story. Victory of the Daleks, also a strong contender. You guys know I really enjoyed that one, with a couple issues I have with it, but other than that, the Paradigm Daleks don't bother me like they used to. I have a couple other issues with it, but I find it very underrated. A great nod and tribute to Power of the Daleks, I think. But the one right now that sticks in my mind as the most underrated, it's really hard for me to pick, actually, between two, now that I'm thinking about it. The Beast Below definitely would be one, because I do like The Beast Below a lot, especially being Matt Smith's second episode. And Series 5, Matt Smith really does a great balancing act with all the characteristics of his Doctor. His Doctor hasn't quite become that caricature. He kind of feels more like later. It's a perfect balance of the comedy, the seriousness, the drama, and the temper. Because the 11th Doctor has a temper, especially early on. I mean, you see it some later too, but early on. His scene when he has that outburst about nobody human has anything to say to me today is a great scene. I was sitting there going, 11, your 6 is showing. Some of Colin's temper. I enjoyed that. I like kind of seeing the bond form between him and her a little more. I like I like the fact that it's Amy who comes up with the solution, not the Doctor. And how she tries to keep him from that knowledge because she knows it would break his hearts. I like The Beast Below. It's not perfect. The little things with the heads that turn, especially the people who are half things with the heads that turn, a little weird. The kid actors are... But overall, the concept is good, and I think Karen and Matt are good in it. So I do find it one of the most underrated, especially, again, for so early in his run. Being only his second episode, it does a good job of getting you a little more familiar with his Doctor. The other one I would have to say is Bells of St. John. I really enjoyed Bells of St. John, and I feel like maybe because it's in Season 7B, and people tend not to think very fondly of Series 7 in general, but especially Series 7B. It doesn't get the attention it deserves. I like it. It's a lot of fun. I actually really enjoy the 11th Doctor with Clara, especially in this episode. They have this kind of flirtatious nature that I normally don't like romance between the Doctor and a companion, but I enjoy it with them because unlike the 10th Doctor, the 11th Doctor doesn't quite know how to react to someone being into him. Like the 10th Doctor can be charismatic and flirt right back. Not the 11th Doctor. We see this with Amy as well. He doesn't quite know what to do when Amy's hitting on him or trying to kiss him. He never knows how to react. It's the same way with Clara. He doesn't know what to do with someone interested in him. You know, I've talked about before, I love that little scene when she's on the computer and he's like, well, you should be out, dancing. And she's like, what, would dance with you? Down, boy. And he's like, no. I love that scene. I enjoy that. I love his resolution at the end. When he rides, the bike up the wall, and it turns out not to be him, but the robot. He had hacked the robot. I didn't see that coming, and you didn't know it because he had the helmet on. That was clever. I didn't see that coming, so that really impressed me. I enjoy Matt Smith and Jenna Coleman together. They have really good chemistry, and I like how Clara was written this season. I know she's a bit of a mystery box, but I think she's still written pretty well, and I like how they bounce off one another. I wish Matt had stayed another season. I just find the story fun and a great way to kind of ease you into what's going to lead into stuff in Name of the Doctor, which I like. So I can't pick between those two, honestly. If I had to pick which one I think is the most underrated, I'm kind of stuck in a tie between those two. So I want to know, what do you think? So what do you think Matt Smith's most underrated story is? Comment down below and let me know. Also had a, my mind is going blank right here. The lighting is changing so drastically, it's cloudy out. If you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and click the like button and the subscribe button. That helps me out. And my goal in 2023 is to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you enjoy my content and haven't subscribed yet, I would very much appreciate that. And don't forget to click that like button. That helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate that as well. I also have a Patreon if you would like to contribute to what I do. That does help me keep bills paid, keep these wonderful box sets paid for. There is a link to that down in the description below. Several different tiers there to choose from. I want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons, Perkins, Colin Coney, and Stephen Crane. I appreciate their continued support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. I also have a P.O. box if there's anything you would like to send me to look at or review, or look at and review. And I also have a link to my Amazon wish list down there as well. I update that regularly. Most importantly, though, thank you for watching.